Prime Minister Modi all set to take oath for record third term today. +30 ministers likely to take oath in Modi 3.0 cabinet. Modi to become second Prime Minister in India's history with 3 consecutive terms. BJP faces coalition compulsions in new cabinet. Swearing-in ceremony scheduled from 7:15 to 8 p.m. this evening. Foreign leaders to attend Prime Minister Modi's oath ceremony. Security tightened, traffic restricted in the national capital owing to the swearing-in ceremony of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. TMC chief Mamata Banerjee, we're learning, is going to skip the ceremony. Congress yet to decide on attending the ceremony. A very warm welcome to all News9 viewers. I'm Neha Bhan. Let's take a look at some of the stories making headlines this hour. Of course, the big story of the day is Prime Minister Modi's oath-taking ceremony. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to be sworn in for a third state term this evening. He will take oath at the Rashtrapati Bhawan at 7:15 p.m. today along with his Council of Ministers as the head of a coalition government after having served 2 full tenures wherein the BJP enjoyed a majority on its own. Over 8,000 dignitaries are expected to be present for the ceremony. Foreign leaders from various countries have accepted invitations to attend. Delhi has been put on high alert on Sunday as SAARC leaders gear up to attend the event. With several ministers of the cabinet, several ministers of the cabinet are to be sworn in, the entire council will not be taking oath today. This is what we're learning. Sources close to News9, in fact, have revealed. The Council of Ministers there is expected to have 78 to 81 leaders, out of which only 30 ministers are likely to take oath today. Ahead of the swearing-in ceremony, a special aarti was performed in Prayagraj. Posters featuring Prime Minister-designate Narendra Modi have been put up in the national capital. Miniature artist crafts tiny portrait of Modi on 1-inch crayon ahead of the ceremony. Prime Minister Narendra Modi there is all set to be sworn in as the Prime Minister of India for the third consecutive term. His third consecutive term in office there, in fact, is a monumental record, given that he is the only Prime Minister to do so after Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, who won in 1952, 1957 and 1962 general elections. Prime Minister-designate Modi started the day by paying tribute to Mahatma Gandhi at Rajghat in New Delhi this morning. Take a look. Prime Minister Narendra Modi there, in fact, is all set to be sworn in today, and he, in fact, started his day by paying tribute to the father of nation there, Mahatma Gandhi, at Rajghat in the national capital this morning. Following his visit to Rajghat, Prime Minister Modi paid tribute to stalwart BJP leader and former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee at his memorial Sadaiv Atal. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who was the founding member of the Bharatiya Janata Party, served as the first Prime Minister from the party. Vajpayee, along with Lal Krishna Advani, played a pivotal role in establishing the BJP as a significant force in Indian politics. Supporters were present in sizable numbers as the Prime Minister designate visited these monuments. Modi also offered his respects at the National War Memorial, a monument there to soldiers who have made the supreme sacrifice for the country. Narendra Modi, leader of the BJP-led National Democratic Alliance, will take the oath as Prime Minister of India today at 7:15 p.m. at Rashtrapati Bhawan, New Delhi. Now, this makes Modi the second person after former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru to become Prime Minister for a third consecutive term. Let's now tell you about the leaders who are likely to take oath along with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We begin by Ram Mohan Naidu, who's a three-time TDP MP. He has in fact won his third consecutive term from the Srikakulam constituency. He is an advocate for climate action and mitigation and secured victory with a 3.2 lakh vote margin. Now, we also have Pemmasani Chandrashekhar, the winning candidate from the Guntur seat for the TDP. Remember, viewers, he is the richest contestant in the fourth phase of elections. He is active in TDP's non-resident Indian cell activities and is the founder and CEO of the online learning platform UWorld. Let's now, in fact, talk about Ramnath Thakur. He is from the JDU, is the son of former Bihar Chief Minister Karpuri Thakur. He is considered very close to Chief Minister Nitish Kumar and served as the sugarcane industry minister in Lalu Prasad's first cabinet. Next up is an interesting name there, BJP's ally, Jayant Chaudhary, the grandson of former Prime Minister Charan Singh and Vice President of the RLD, is critical of the 1894 land acquisition law. He lost from Mathura in the 2014 general elections against Hema Malini. Next up is Arjun Meghwal, a BJP leader. In fact, there is the Union Minister for Law and Justice. He won from Rajasthan's Bikaner constituency in the 2024 general elections and maintains a four-time winning streak from Bikaner. Next up is Jitin Ram Manjhi, who is the founder of the Hindustani Awam Morcha. He's a former Chief Minister of Bihar and has been an MLA since 1980. He was elected as a Lok Sabha MP from Bihar's Gaya. Next up is Chirag Paswan. Viewers, he is the son of former Union Minister Ram Vilas Paswan, was elected from the Hajipur seat. He previously defeated RLSP's Bhudeo Chaudhary from Jamui in 2019. Talking about Chirag Paswan, remember he in fact asked for 5 seats from the BJP, fought on 5 seats and won all of them. Next up is Sarbananda Sonowal, a BJP leader. He is a union minister and former Assam chief minister. He also served as a member of the Consultative Committee of Home Affairs. Let's go across to Suresh Kochatil. He's a political analyst. He joins us to discuss more on this. Mr. Kochatil, a very good morning to you. All eyes are on who will get what in Modi 3.0. Now, what we're learning is that Prime Minister Modi will be retaining some of his top leaders, including Rajnath Singh, Piyush Goyal, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Nitin Gadkari, among others. The point here is, has he placed his bets correctly given the coalition compulsion?
I think that is true because if you take apart from the senior most post, as you rightly described, which is home, defense, finance, IT, railways, and maybe commerce, the rest all can be given to partners depending on what they are. As of I understand right now from the TDP sources in Hyderabad, TDP is getting 1 cabinet minister post and 1 MOS. That is what. So obviously, Nitish Kumar's team also would get the same thing. They wouldn't get anything more than that. Because more importantly, news just came in that the Thrissur MP from Kerala, Suresh MP, has got a call to come to Delhi immediately, and he's just left from his residence in Trivandrum airport. George Kurian, the gentleman who usually translates Narendra Modi's speeches from Hindi into Malayalam while in Kerala, is also tipped to be an MOS, and he's just got a call. He's of course not a Lok Sabha nor a Rajya Sabha member. He will obviously have to take some other route, reach Rajya Sabha route, reach the palace. But the outreach to the Christians in Kerala is very clear, because one of the main reasons why Suresh Gopi won from Thrissur, which in fact is my hometown, is the fact that it was the Christian community that voted in huge numbers. And unlike other coalitions that are actually jockeying for position, in Kerala what we saw is something different. And obviously, Karnataka also would see a similar game. Telangana, there is still no news whether Kishan Reddy would make it this time, or we would see a new minister from Telangana, 1 or 2, because BJP won 8 seats from here. Odisha is another one. And of course, Madhya Pradesh has the biggest stake of time, because they really gave a blank check to BJP this time. It's a huge thing, but I guess the coalition partners also know it very well that Modi will not compromise. I mean, he's a person who will negotiate but will not compromise. And obviously, they will have to settle with what they want. But more importantly, both Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar need funds for the state. And for that is something bigger than a cabinet post. The old romance of railways doesn't hold true any longer, be it Lalu Prasad Yadav or Mamata Banerjee, who's to hold those posts, because railways has been subsumed under the union budget. And BJP would like to keep the railway ministry with them. And I'm not sure Ashwini Vaishnav will continue, but that is there. But one name I did not see anywhere is Nirmala Sitharaman. I haven't heard anything about her getting a call or anything. Is there something else being planned for Nirmala Sitharaman? Remember, the BJP national president's post is actually vacant technically. JP Nadda is on an extension. And is Nirmala Sitharaman being considered for that? Well, we need to see that, because I didn't see her name in the list of ministers that were rolled out till now in the media.
Right. Mr. Kochatil continues to stay with us. In fact, let's now take our viewers to Ramnath Thakur of the JDU, who is the son of former Bihar Chief Minister Karpuri Thakur. He spoke exclusively to TV9. Let's take a listen.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी तीसरी बार शपथ लेने जा रहे हैं और लगातार मंत्रिमंडल में शामिल होने वाले नए मंत्रियों को फोन कॉल आने शुरू हो गए हैं। इस वक्त हम रामनाथ ठाकुर जी के घर पे हैं, जो जदयू के सांसद हैं, वरिष्ठ नेता हैं। यहाँ पर भी बधाइयाँ शुरू हो गई है, मिठाई और लड्डू यहाँ पर बांटे जा रहे हैं और खुद जो मंत्री डेजिग्नेट हैं रामनाथ ठाकुर जी, वो पत्रकारों का मुंह मीठा करा रहे हैं। आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई, बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
धन्यवाद।
फोन आ गया है आपको, आज आप शपथ लेने जा रहे हैं, क्या कुछ कहना चाहें?
नहीं आया है। प्रधानमंत्री जी के यहाँ चाय पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष ने निमंत्रण दिया है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी के यहाँ चाय पर आप आइए।
ये लगभग यही प्रक्रिया होती है और इसी तरीके से जानकारी दी जाती है। अब आप शपथ लेने जा रहे हैं, क्या कुछ प्राथमिकताएं रहेंगी बिहार के लिए, क्या कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
हमको जो विभाग मिलेगा उसमें देखेंगे। प्रधानमंत्री का है वो विभाग देने का विशेषाधिकार है, वो देंगे। उसमें हम कोशिश करेंगे कि बिहार को कितनी उन्नति हो सके, कितनी प्रगति हो सके और पूरे देश में।
इसी वर्ष हमने देखा था कि आपके स्वर्गीय पिताश्री को भारत रत्न से भी सम्मानित किया गया था। अब आपको केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल में शामिल किया जा रहा है, खुशी दुगनी हो गई?
हाँ, खुशी तो है ही। जो जिम्मेदारी पार्टी के मिलती है उस पार्टी को, यही हमरे वाला अथी नालंदा।
देखिए, यहाँ पर बधाइयों का जो तांता है वो लगा हुआ है। बिहार के लिए विशेष राज्य की बात भी की जा रही है, ये सारी चीजें
आज उस पर बातचीत नहीं किया जाए। आज ओथ होने के बाद उसके बाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। तो ये आपने देखा रामनाथ ठाकुर जी, जिनको चाय पर बुलावा आया है और शाम 7:30 बजे जब प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी तीसरी बार शपथ लेंगे तो बिहार कोटे से, जदयू कोटे से रामनाथ ठाकुर को भी मंत्री बनाया जाएगा।
Mr. Kochatil, this cabinet is in fact something that would be interesting to watch out for. I'll come back to you. In fact, we have some news coming in there. K. Annamalai, the Tamil Nadu BJP chief, has been reportedly called to Delhi by the party Delhi, in fact, by the central leadership there. According to Tamil media reports, there is speculation that Annamalai could secure a position in Narendra Modi's cabinet. Should he receive an appointment, he would be required to step down from his role as Tamil Nadu BJP chief. This is as per party's one-post rule. However, some reports claim that Annamalai might be replaced as the party chief as the High Command is upset with him as the BJP failed to open account in Tamil Nadu. Narendra Modi had given a lot of focus to this state and travelled 8 times during the campaign. However, the BJP could not even win a single seat. More importantly, Annamalai himself lost in the Coimbatore seat, but he has been invited to the high tea ahead of the swearing-in ceremony. Mr. Suresh Kochatil, what do you really make of it? You know, here K. Annamalai, the Tamil Nadu BJP chief, has been called to Delhi by the party, by the central leadership. What's your best guess?
I think you don't get called to Delhi unless you are going to be in the capital. Because those who just attending the ceremony would just naturally be there in Delhi a day before ceremony. And I have a lot of my friends from Hyderabad who have traveled to Delhi. I'm talking of even small-time politicians in Telangana. So naturally, a person of the stature of Annamalai would actually be in Delhi for a specific reason. Second, BJP's one post, one man doesn't hold any longer. You know, Kishan Reddy, who's the union minister, is also the state president of BJP Telangana. So there are exceptions made always, and I think they will make an exception in case of Annamalai too. Because I don't think there's anybody else in the state unit who can replace him. And BJP's bigger game plan, like what they did in Odisha, is slowly claw your way up, build your vote percentage, and finally claim it. It happened in Karnataka from 20 years ago. It happened in Telangana from the last almost 10 years. Now BJP has got 8 MPs. That is exactly the same as Congress. And naturally, there again, they're clawing their way up. So the BJP's strategy of going alone, as they did in Odisha, despite a huge pressure on the central leadership, go for a tie-up with BJP. So the question is, will Tamil Nadu units go for a tie-up with AIADMK, or will they over a period of time wait to eclipse AIADMK in Tamil Nadu and become the opposition party in Tamil Nadu? That is something that needs to be seen, because AIADMK also knows that if BJP is not in the bag, that extra 7 to 8 now, because 11% votes will not come to them and they cannot win many seats. On the other hand, BJP knows that they need to get somewhere around 33 to 34% to win seats in Tamil Nadu. Only 2 seats have favored them in the past. One is Coimbatore, another one is, of course, Kanyakumari. Apart from that, BJP doesn't have much hopes in other places. They need to build up. So is the central leadership willing to wait for 10, 15 years, as they did in the case of Odisha, as they did in the case of Telangana, is something that remains to be seen. Remember, even in Kerala, the state leadership was not really sure of winning, but they were confident that they could, if stood alone and just have a tie-up with 1 or 2 small parties, they could still gather that vote percentage. And BJP is at 22% in Kerala now. And that's a huge, huge number we are talking of. In a state where the tripolar contest is extremely strong.
Right. Mr. Kochatil, talking about the possible tie-up between AIADMK and the BJP, I have some update coming in with regards to that. You know, the AIADMK has blamed the BJP for its poor performance in the state. I'm going to quickly quote here former AIADMK minister R.B. Udaya Kumar, who has criticized Annamalai, saying that if Annamalai, and I'm quoting him here, if Annamalai had controlled his mouth, there would have been a better result. Of course, you know, there is a lot to discuss when it comes to Tamil Nadu, but I also want to quickly take a question on the coalition, this Mili-Juli Sarkar. You know, do you think, Mr. Kochatil, it will be difficult for Prime Minister Modi to strike a balance, given it is not 400 par this time, but, you know, as I mentioned, Mili-Juli Sarkar, and I'm going to stress on it, are coalition compulsions going to be challenging Modi?
The last 6 union governments that we had, apart from the BJP one that started in 2014, were all coalition governments. Take Indar Kumar Gujral, Chandrashekhar before that, Deva Gowda, take Narasimha Rao, everyone, even Manmohan Singh's 2 terms. Everything was a coalition government where the leading party had less seats than what BJP has right now. So in a sense, Modi ji knows that even if Nitish Kumar walks out, he can still manage. And the 4 ministers of Nitish Kumar are put in the union cabinet. They will not quit and they will stay, and the JDU will get split. So everybody knows it in their self-interest. I think Mili-Juli Sarkar problem would have been if there were no 2 big parties. There are 2 big parties, which is a good thing. Chandrababu Naidu, as I said earlier, will not go with Congress in national level because in the state of Andhra Pradesh, Congress is still considered as the main villain for having split the state into 2. And anybody who goes with them, and we saw in the recent elections also, Congress absolutely did not get its deposit back also in any constituency. So that is the state of affairs. Whereas BJP got some seats thanks to the alliance, of course, with Telugu Desam, because BJP is also considered a villain, but no longer. Now that Chandrababu Naidu needs funds, Mili-Juli Sarkar, Bihar needs special category status, but they won't get special category status. They will get more money for development. And the message will be very clear: vote for BJP and get the money you want. And I know it's not fair to the other states, but that is what it is, today's politics. Mili-Juli Sarkar, Chirag Paswan, I think among all the 3, I think I find him the most mature, even though he may be the most youngest of the lot. I think he has a lot going on him from his father's stature that he's carrying with him. And that is a huge message for it. So if you add up these 3 parties, 16 plus 12, and of course you add 5, and then of course Shiv Sena there with the Shinde faction. BJP government the NDA government is pretty comfortable. But yes, there are pressures of any coalition government. But Modi ji won't be tossed around like one more thing or even I.K. Gujral. Maybe I can have the best bet, Narasimha Rao. The way he handled the coalition government was amazing. Of course, he got into a lot of scandals, not him directly, but bribing the JM MPs and all that happened. But that is not the question. The question is, what is the bigger game plan? BJP has passed most of its bills that it needs in the last 2 Lok Sabha. The only one left over, I think, is a UCC, which again, Nitish Kumar says he has no issues. The Supreme Court itself has mandated it. But beyond that, it is going to be economics in this. As Modi ji has mentioned that the first 100 days itself is all about pushing that agenda. And if you look at the way the international leaders have dropped in, these international leaders don't, at least our neighbors, even they are busy. They don't drop in at a one-day invitation, one-day lead time. I mean, look at Maldivian president. He landed up. I mean, that's the last person who we can expect to
landed up. And Mr. Kochatil, most importantly, we invited him.
That's exactly the point. I mean, we invited him. He didn't have to come. But he came. That is the most important thing. I think that is where the entire message lies in the bottle that, look, Maldives also knows that at the end of the day, they have to deal with Modi. There's no other choice they have. And that Bangladesh knows very well. Sri Lanka knows very well. So they're all here. They all have the Mauritian government knows it very well. The Maldivian government, of course, knows it by now very well. And that's exactly what it is. So when you look at the international acceptance and Modi ji traveling for the G7, G17 and all other summits in the next, going to Italy and all that, that shows that his entire 3rd term is all about pushing India's economy up. Of course, people will say, oh, there was inflation, there was unemployment. But then the question everybody is asking in political circle, and then that is the case, why didn't Madhya Pradesh have an issue with unemployment or inflation? Why didn't Odisha have one? Why didn't Gujarat have one? Why didn't Chhattisgarh have one? Why didn't Telangana have one?
Right. Mr. Kochatil, continue to stay with us. In fact, we have Yera Naidu's son, Ram Mohan Naidu, who is likely to get a post in Modi's cabinet. Here's him speaking to us.
टीडीपी के सांसद राम मोहन नायडू हमारे साथ हैं, जो कि आज कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर की शपथ लेने वाले हैं। सर, सबसे पहले क्या रिएक्शन, एक कॉल आ गई आपके पास?
बहुत खुशी की बात है। इतने कम उम्र में हमने सोचा नहीं था कि ये मिलेगा। तीसरी बार हम एमपी के जीत के आने के बाद हमें लगा वही बहुत बड़ा ये मौका है यहाँ पे लोगों के लिए सर्व करने के लिए, पर आज उससे प्रमोशन मिला है मंत्री पद में बैठने का। तो मैं तहे दिल से भारत की जनता को, हमारे श्रीकाकुलम की जनता जिन्होंने जिताई, हमारे तेलुगु लोगों को, हमारे नेता चंद्रबाबू जी को, नरेंद्र मोदी जी को, जनसेना के नेता पवन कल्याण, सबको मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा।
प्रधानमंत्री से मिलने कब जा रहे हैं?
अभी जा रहे हैं 11:30 बजे उनके वहां पे।
कौन सा प्राथमिकताएं क्या होंगी, क्या प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
पोर्टफोलियो का तो कोई स्पेसिफिक ऐसा नहीं है। अगर सोच की बात आती है तो जरूर आंध्र के लिए जो बेनिफिट रहेगा और हमारे जो कंट्रीब्यूशन देश के लिए जो रह सकता है, कोई भी पोर्टफोलियो चैलेंज के साथ लेकर हम काम करेंगे।
आंध्र के लिए क्या प्रायोरिटीज तय की हैं आपने? अगर सबसे पहले अगर आपको मंत्री मिलता, क्या करना चाहेंगे, किस फील्ड में काम?
जिस तरह से 5 साल पुराने सरकार ने काम किया है, हमें तो लगता है कि हर डिपार्टमेंट ही हमें जरूरत है। तो ये सिर्फ क्या मंत्री हमें मिलने वाला ऐसा नहीं है कि एनडीए में होने के बाद हम सारे मंत्रियों का मदद हम लेना चाहेंगे, उसमें से हमें जो कुछ भी मिलेगा तो उसको पूरी तरह से।
कैपिटल सिटी अमरावती एक बड़ा मुद्दा रहा है, इस बार लगता है कि वो कंप्लीट हो।
हाँ जी, जरूर कंप्लीट करना चाहिए, क्योंकि उसी के वजह से हमें अच्छा मैंडेट मिला है। पोलवरम नेशनल प्रोजेक्ट है, उसको कंप्लीट करना चाहिए, रेलवे जोन मिलना चाहिए, और ऐसे बहुत सारे हैं डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स को लेकर, तो सबको न्याय करने के लिए हम कोशिश करें।
स्पेशल पैकेज इज आल्सो द रिक्वायरमेंट।
डेफिनेटली एड इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर आंध्र प्रदेश, तो उसके ऊपर भी हम मांग को आगे रखेंगे और हमें विश्वास है कि मोदी जी हमारे साथ रहेंगे।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to take oath of office in the presence of esteemed foreign dignitaries, including heads of neighboring countries. According to the Ministry of External Affairs, several leaders have accepted the invitation and will participate in the ceremony. Leaders who have confirmed their attendance is President of Sri Lanka, Ranil Wickremesinghe, President of Maldives, Mohammad Moizu, Vice President of Seychelles, Mr. Ahmed Afif, Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, Prime Minister of Mauritius, Pravind Kumar, and Prime Minister of Nepal, Pushpa Kamal Dahal, and Prime Minister of Bhutan, Shring Thopge. Now, officials have arranged safe routes for the dignitaries' travel between their hotels and the venue. As per the officials, dignitaries attending the swearing-in will be given designated routes from their hotels to the venue and back. In addition to attending the swearing-in ceremony, these leaders will participate in a banquet hosted by President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhawan the same evening. Mr. Kochatil, coming to you, I would like to in fact stress on the fact that India invited President of Maldives, Mohammad Moizu, and he accepted the invitation. What is the message that we have sent through this?
By staying tough, that by sticking to your point of view, you can bring down the ego of any other country. I mean, Maldives initially thought that they could roughshod over India. They never realized that Prime Minister Modi, by just pulling in a chair on the beach in Lakshadweep, could do a brand promotion which would cost hundreds of crores and drive away the traffic from Maldives. I'm not saying the entire traffic from Maldives has been driven away, but this 50% fall is a huge number for a country that prides itself on tourism. Now they say Israelis are not welcome. That is another major move. So the Israelis will move to India, which is their favorite locale, apart from other countries. So that is what the main thing is. Maldives also knows that from the southernmost tip of the Lakshadweep Islands, Maldives is very, very close. In fact, it's a part of the same archipelago. So naturally, Maldives knows that economic might, whatever China might push, and whether China has bankrupted many African nations, and including nations like Pakistan, it's very obvious that India is a friendly country. India has saved Maldives in the past from natural disasters. But if you don't want India, then it's your own problem. That is what Moizu has understood, and his presence in Delhi marks that.
Right, absolutely. Thank you very much, Mr. Kochatil, for joining us on this special broadcast. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of the Bulletin. Stay tuned to News 9 for further news and updates.
The confidence is certainly back in the market.
Do tighten your seat belt so that you can withstand volatility.
I have one humble request to all the viewers of News9 is that please don't go, there will be a lot of choppiness, there will be a lot of volatility. Look at long term, don't look at short term. Buy quality, don't buy quantity, and wish you all the very best.
हमारा टाइम आ गया है और रहेगा.
This and more. Streaming on News9 Plus. News is now content. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
One of southern India's largest cities is facing a water crisis in Bengaluru.
Water is constantly not coming. From the past 2 months, we are not having some water also.
The citizens deserve water security at the very least.
We are going office without a bath.
The acute water shortage really leading to citizens resorting to use of even private water tankers in multiple areas.
This and more. Streaming on News9 Plus. News is now content. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
A riverfront capital on the banks of the Krishna, a name which pays tribute to a 2,000-year-old Buddhist legacy, an ambitious 58,000 crore rupee dream project. Amaravati was pitched as the capital city of Andhra Pradesh by TDP chief N. Chandrababu Naidu. All that changed in 2019 with the change of government. The new government, led by Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, proposed a three-capital formula. The fate of Andhra Pradesh's capital now depends on who comes back to power in 2024. Will Amaravati take centre stage again, or will it be a tri-capital state? What will it take to revive Amaravati? News9 Plus decodes. Today, hopelessness envelops Amaravati. Abandoned, unfinished buildings, barren land and empty roads. That's how Amaravati looks like since the capital city project got abandoned in 2019 after the Jagan government came to power, displacing Naidu and his dream project. Can a change in government revive plans for Amaravati as the capital? Yes, if the TDP comes to power, the Amaravati project will be back on track. However, if Jagan Mohan Reddy comes back as Chief Minister, he plans three capitals at Visakhapatnam, Amaravati and Kurnool. Why was a new capital for Andhra needed? One of the first things that Chandrababu Naidu did in 2014 after coming back to power as Chief Minister was to get cracking on a new capital for Andhra. After the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh into Telangana and the residuary state of Andhra by the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014, the two states had a shared capital, Hyderabad. The Bifurcation Act for Andhra explicitly stated that Hyderabad will be the capital for Andhra Pradesh for a period of 10 years only. That came to an end on June 2nd, 2024. So, what was TDP Chief Chandrababu Naidu's dream capital? In 2015, Naidu declared Amaravati as the capital of Andhra Pradesh. He invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi to lay the foundation stone. It was a city built to be one of pomp and grandeur.